Welcome to another episode of Thump, your number one source for interesting content to feed your brain. Well, we might consider our bodies to be completely our own. The truth is that around 90% of the cells that make up a human are not part of us at all. Instead, they are made up of billions of different bugs, ranging from bacteria to parasitic creatures that depend on you to live. In today's episode, we are going to be looking at 10 disgusting things that live on your body. Some of these creepy, disgusting creatures will make you itch just thinking about them. Let's get into it. Number 10. Head lice. Starting today's list is head lice. They are one of the most common types of creatures that can live on a person's body. These tiny insects live on the scalp, where they have easy access to long hair on which they can lay their eggs. It also provides them with the opportunity to feed easily, as the thin skin on the scalp is easy to penetrate and enables the louse to bite into the flesh and drink the blood. Millions of people in the United States alone are infested with head lice every year, particularly children, as they can spread quickly with close contact between individuals. Number 9. Ticks. Ticks are tiny arachnids that can range in size from just a few millimeters to 1 or 2 centimeters. They are found all around the world and live by feeding on animals, birds, and even reptiles. Usually located in wooded or forested areas, the parasites attach themselves to their hosts from branches and brambles. Once they have bitten their victim, a tick is capable of causing a great deal of harm to a person, as they have the ability to carry a number of diseases and transmit them to anybody they come into contact with. This can include Lyme disease and malaria-like babesiosis. Number 8. Chigo flea. Although rare, Chigo fleas are insects that can latch onto a variety of different hosts. An infestation of these fleas is known as tungiasis, and they are particularly nasty as they are also likely to lead to other forms of infection from their presence. After arriving on their host, the insects latch onto the skin and then bury their heads into the flesh. Its hind legs remain exposed on the skin, allowing the disgusting pests to breathe and defecate whilst it lays hundreds of eggs under the skin. They are most common in South America and Africa, where they attach themselves to the feet of their victims. Unlike many of the other creatures that can live on your body, these fleas can cause severe damage, such as gangrene, tuberculosis, and necrosis of the flesh. Number 7. Chiggers. Chiggers are a species of Trombiculidae that are closely related to ticks. However, they are much smaller than their relatives and will usually only reach sizes of around 0.4 millimeters, meaning they are practically microscopic and difficult to spot. Capable of living in almost any sort of vegetation, they attach to a host, including humans, during their larval stage so that they can feed on the blood. They do this by using chemicals to form a hole in the flesh, rather than biting. The disgusting creatures continue to live on the human body until they are finished feeding and simply drop off to mature into their harmless adult forms. Number 6. Bedbugs. Bedbugs are a common problem throughout the world. These small, oval-shaped insects can reach sizes of up to 5 millimeters long, and they feed on blood. While they do not technically live on the human body, they do spend an extended amount of time on people during the night, when they crawl out from their hiding spots in beds and mattresses to bite on exposed skin. Thankfully, they are usually harmless and do not spread any diseases, though some people can suffer from an allergic reaction if they are bitten. Number 5. Scabies mites. The scabies mite is a microscopic creature that can live on your body. Although they aren't particularly common, the organisms can spread quickly in populated or confined spaces, such as prisons and hospitals. The tiny mites burrow into the skin and lay eggs in the flesh. This causes rashes and irritation to the skin, often prompting severe itchiness. Outbreaks can become severe in a short amount of time, as the mites are highly contagious and can pass on with just brief contact. Number 4. Face mites. Face mites, more specifically known as Demodex filicorium, are a type of tiny organism that lives on the human body. The microscopic creatures generally grow between 0.1 to 0.4 millimeters in length and live in hair follicles. Looking like tiny worms with claws and scales, they can most commonly be found on the face and head, where they have a large supply of food. Recent studies have shown that 100% of people involved in the studies have the DNA of these mites on their faces, suggesting that every single human has an infestation of the harmless yet disgusting creatures. Number 3. Kissing bugs. Also known as vampire bugs, these insects are generally known for coming out of their refuge during the night to find a host to feed on. There are thousands of different varieties of kissing bugs, and a few of them specialize in feeding on humans while they sleep. Being much bigger than many of the other creatures that can live on the human body, they tend to avoid spending a significant amount of time on a person, but can sometimes latch onto the skin for extended periods. They are also capable of transmitting Chiggers disease to those that they bite. Number 2. Dust mites. Dust mites are tiny creatures that can be found in locations all around the world. The fact that they are tiny, typically only around 0.2 to 0.3 millimeters long, and semi-translucent means that they are almost impossible to spot with the naked eye. The disgusting creatures feast largely on dead skin and other discarded organic material, making human homes the perfect environment for them to live. Occasionally, dust mites will latch onto a person rather than their usual home of furniture and furnishings, but they don't burrow under the skin like many other mites. That doesn't stop them from causing dangerous allergic reactions due to the powerful enzymes that they use to break down their food. Number 1. Belly button bacteria. The human body is teeming with bacteria, both on the surface and inside. However, there is one location that acts as the preferred home for thousands of different types of bacteria. The navel, or belly button, essentially acts as a rainforest for a greater variety of these microscopic creatures than any other part of the body. This comes as the result of a number of factors, including the fact that the navel is ideally located, and it is washed less often than any other body part due to the fact that it acts as a crevice. These conditions make it the perfect home for all kinds of different bacteria. That brings us to the end of this episode, all about 10 disgusting things that live on your body. Which of the entries on our list grossed you out the most? Or do you know of any other disgusting creatures that we left off our list? Get involved and let us know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this upload and found it interesting, remember to drop a like on the video, then subscribe to Thump for even more awesome content just like this. Thanks for watching. See you soon in the next video.